Hi guys! Hi! Hi, 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 hi! I literally just got through streaming live for post trauma, and I wanted to get this podcast out early so I can make some shorts and, get everyone out there hopefully intrigued and interested in post trauma so you guys can try it out for yourselves. But anywho, guys, as you already know in the beginning, please like as you come in, and I hope you stay for the whole entire video. But I love you guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful Pride or doing a wonderful Pride, rainbow cupcakes, rainbow cakes. I hope you guys are celebrating Pride as you guys should. So happy Pride, everyone. Happy Pride again. But what do you know? We are completely finished with post trauma. I can officially say I've beaten post trauma. And I can definitely say it's been such a wonderful, wonderful, amazing experience. Of course, guys, if you don't know, I've streamed it live. So please go check out all my videos. It's in a playlist as well. So please, please, please check it out. I will greatly appreciate if you guys check out that podcast. I mean, playlist, duh, and the podcast. But, anywho, so post trauma. As you guys know, post trauma was released April 22nd of 2025. Yes, it's a new game for this year, a new horror game specifically, and believe it or not, it was actually shown to me and bought for me by my dear love K Boss. Shout out to you, baby, love you. She bought this for me for the channel, and she's like, "Hey, you should, you might like this. Check it out, and you can stream it for your channel." And I was like, "Oh shit." I'm excited because I didn't know anything about it. I haven't heard anything about post trauma. Obviously, yes, post trauma wasn't a popular title because around that time, also another game, a popular game, was released, and we all know that game, Oblivion, was released like right on the same day as post trauma. So we all know what happens when it comes to that. Whenever a big title is released with a smaller title, and like I said, this is no shades to the developer. Um, it always tends to the bigger game always tends to outshadow the newer game. But I'm trying to get some light to it. I'm trying to give it some light, because it's a really good play. Okay, so it was released April 22nd on 2025 this year. The developer is shout out to Red Soul Games. Red Soul Games, guys. Red Soul Games. Shout out to you guys. The engine was Unity. The genre is like an indie horror game, adventure, puzzle shooter, adventure. I would say also to a point also psychological and survival. I will also put those personal titles for me. The platforms, of course, is PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, Xbox Series X, and Series S. So those are the platforms that it's currently on. And when I played this game, guys, when I played this game, I was blown away. Not only did it bring me back to those classic horror games, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Siren, Hunting Grounds, like it brought me back into that era. And I was in love with it. Obviously, more so Resident Evil and Silent Hill more than anything else, but still, I felt like I was playing a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 game. And that's, like I said, that's not shade. That means I loved it. Because some of those games, a lot of those games were the best. And I'm not hyping it up just to be nice. I'm being honest. I am, as you guys will be with me, the longer you'll be with me, I'm extremely picky when it comes to video games. I'm extremely picky when it comes to horror games specifically because horror is special to me. I love the idea of the unknown, what's lurking in the darkness, and especially for a person that, yes, used to be afraid of the dark. Yes, I used to be terrified of the dark. I used to wonder what's lurking in the shadows. I was wondering what's behind the door. So I used to be extremely terrified of the dark. So when I got over that fear and I felt so excited, I felt so amazed. And then, of course, when I entered, like, literally Silent Hill, Resident Evil 4, of course, like, of course, okay, let me start it from the beginning. Twisted Metal Black, the stories were good. Did it scare me? No. I thought Sweet Tooth was amazing. Yes, I know Sweet Tooth is the name of the truck, but he will forever be called Sweet Tooth because I think that name is cooler. I'll put his actual name on the screen with a picture. Okay, Twisted Metal Black was the official, technically the official first horror game I played, but it's not really a horror game. It's a battle arena type car shooting game. The stories is the only thing I cared about. I wanted to play the game to unlock more characters to get the stories because that's the only thing that really interested me, other than obviously the Transformer ice cream truck that shoots freaking lasers at you. Come on now. Come on now. But the characters were really cool and colorful, and I really freaking loved them. Dollface was another one of my favorites. Dollface, you can kind of tell my theme of characters I like by just Dollface and Sweet Tooth. Okay? So, yeah. So, like I said, I wasn't terrified of it. The game didn't give me nightmares. The first game that officially gave me nightmares was Silent Hill 3. Because Silent Hill is a totally different demon. It's a totally different, like, that's a whole, you gotta go to church after you play Silent Hill because those creatures alone, the noises they make, the hidden story behind it, it freaks you out. It scared me. I was, remember, I couldn't, but once I beat it officially, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was addicted to Silent Hill like really badly because it was great story, great characters. The fact that you played as a girl was nice for me because I was like, yes, woman, we could play as a girl for once. Women, it was just nice, like I said. But anyway, back to post trauma. Sorry, I get tend to get on this real tangent about the reason why I love horror games. Okay, anyway, point is, post trauma brings you back to that feel. Okay, so you play as initially three characters. The first character you play as is Roman. Roman is from. I'm not gonna try to guess his ethnicity, but Um, I'm assuming he's Asian of sorts. Maybe not. Maybe he's just a white male. The point is, you play as Roman at first, and you predominantly play as Roman. He's chill. He's an older gentleman. That's a new one too, because normally you get the younger gentlemen and stuff like that. Like the more, like, I would say early 30s, maybe late 30s age. Normally when it comes to horror games, somebody kind of young that can still kick some butts. You know what I mean? But this time you play as an older guy, and it was nice. It was cool. The controls, obviously, it's a little clunky. Um, then you play as eventually. Let me give me 1 second, guys. And then also too, you play as Freya. Um, she's a schoolgirl. You're still not for sure exactly what her. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know. She's there. And Carlos, he's also, like, you play as Roman first, then Carlos, and eventually you'll get to Freya. But first, you're kind of just jumping between Roman and Carlos for the longest time, and then you get to Freya, and then Freya and Roman kind of teams up, and they kind of become like a team. And then after that, Carlos becomes this sadistic weirdo. And then That's kind of it. So those are your characters. Those are your main characters, right? Of course, like one of the main villains or the ones that's kind of like haunting you. Her name is Jill. And she's a really cool contorted spider type creature, and it's really nasty and disgusting. And then the guy, like, it's crazy because there was a guy in the cell that Carlos was talking to. There's not a name from him that I know of. And I know that all the characters are linked in some kind of way. I know Roman did something, and that's what I mean by it reminds me a lot of Silent Hill because there's a reason why Roman's there. Like, there's a reason why James is in Silent Hill. There's a reason why he's here. And from what I understand, is purgatory once again another theme like Silent Hill, a purgatory that's punishing Roman for whatever he's done, or punishing them all for whatever that they've done. And the place is literally built off not trauma, but it's also built up some type of guilt and shame. And he's guilty of something. Obviously, I have to play the game a couple more times to get a full of what I think is going on. But for the overall, there is a story there. Do I know it from the jump? Not really. That's what I got so far. It's purgatory, guilt and shame. Roman, you did something. So did you, Carlos. The little girl, I think she was the one that took out that girl in the in the picture in the garden. I think she was the one that took her out, if I remember that correctly. Um, yeah, because Jill too, like, look at the way Jill was talking to Roman. She's like, "It was all your fault, basically. You did this to me." And he's kind of like, "What? I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about." Basically. So let me give you something to drink. Hold on. So clearly, they're in some type of dimension of purgatory that's punishing them for their sins. I feel like it's a great play. Yes, it's clunky, but I think it's once again it's supposed to imitate a lot of the classic horror games out there in the past and kind of bring it into the 2025 with the graphics and the updated creatures and the updated models and the developer team, and I think that's it's really nice. It's like a nice little shout out, memento, love letter to our love of horror games. It's really cool. So, outside of all of that, though, will I play it again? For sure. I rate this game. I give it an 8, and I give it that number specifically because it's fun. I could play it again. Surprisingly, like I said, most games I won't play it twice, right? So I'll play it again. I feel like they had a great group of colorful characters. The story, though it's not fully flourished, I do want to investigate. I wonder if there's more that I can find that I didn't find. Um, I'm really curious about the game itself. Um, I love the creatures. Like I said, they're really unique. The little chicken leg lizard tall tower thing is annoying because he karate chops you and then takes out like half of your life. That's the only downside. Like the fact that you got about, depending on the creature, you got about 2 to 3 hits and that's it. And that's okay. Um, I didn't mind it too much. Obviously, if you guys go watch my gameplay, you will see I didn't have too much of an issue. I did die quite a bit in some areas. Um, I didn't have too much of an issue, but it was still, it's kind of, you know what I mean? Um, but for, overall, it was a cute little game. I finished it in 7, technically 8 parts if you want to split up part 6 and 6 2. The only reason why that's in 2 parts is because we were having severe rainstorm and bad weather, so it cut off my internet, and then I had to wait till like the internet was kind of like ready and then re-stream the rest of it. So that's the only reason why that's in 2 parts. But I will give it an 8. Guys, check it out. Go check it out. It's a beautiful game. They did absolutely amazing. There's not a character that I'm drawn to. Normally, I find some type of character that I'm drawn to, and surprisingly, there's not one. I felt like Roman was kind of cool. He was, he was an old guy. Um, Freya, she was sarcastic, very sarcastic and very teenage like. Still, she's a kid. What can you do, right? Carlos is a fucking weirdo. Even like when it comes to the creatures, um, there wasn't any particular creature that was like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Jill was a classic spider. You see a lot of spider creatures often. It wasn't like, oh my gosh. She reminded me of Grudge a lot with the long black hair. It reminded me a lot of the Grudge. I know that freaking wall with the bricks moving messed it with my triphobia dramatically. It severely messed with my triphobia, like really, really bad. And I couldn't do it for a little while. I was like, my triphobia is bothering me. Nah, I can't do it. But there was like a twin, like a contorted creature, like conjoined person creature. There was one on the wall that kind of eventually came down and was just a torso. Like I said, none of the creatures really like stuck out to me. Even the last final creature, spoiler. Especially don't watch this before. Like, please don't watch this until you go see the game. Hopefully not. So I probably should put that somewhere. Please watch gameplay first, then come back to this, because there will be spoilers. But the last boss, you didn't really fight it. It was kind of disappointing. I thought we had to at least shoot it and kill it. Obviously I had no bullets, so I wouldn't know how I was gonna kill it to begin with. But it was just a simple puzzle here, bam, bam. They kind of left it there. But I do feel like, guys, I do feel like it's gonna be a part two. There has to be, right? Because think about it, at the end, now I don't know if this something happened on my side or if the game was glitching, because there was an issue with the game, like in the first beginning parts where I had to start the game over, like the game froze. The screen went black and that was kind of just it. So that's another reason why I didn't give it a high rating, because it has some kinks. And even when you saw the godlike creature, once again I'll put a picture of him, his clothes was like glitching out. And then if you got like at the end too, Roman's beard was kind of frizzing out a little bit. So it's like obviously it was playable. I didn't have any issue with playing the game, but there's some technical difficulties here and there. Um, but yeah, so like I didn't fight him. That's basically the point. With all this conversation, I didn't get a chance to fight him. It was more just like a puzzle based creature. And he was just annoying because he kept hitting you. And I thought I would have, honestly, I thought I would have had to stop the game and figure out what I had to do and then stream it. But luckily, it was pretty. It didn't take me that long to figure out how to get him. It took me long enough because I was kind of like, okay, what do I do? I don't know. What's going on? He's just hitting me a lot. Yes, he can destroy some things, but not everything. So it was simple enough. But guys, go check it out. Post trauma is so worth it. So worth it. It was very nice. Very, very, very nice. But that being said, guys, that's all I got for you. I tend to like I want to say and say so much more, but it's like I don't want to get too far from the point. The point is it's a good play. I rated A. It's really great. Shout out to Red Souls once again. Shout out to K Boss once again. Um, I feel like horror games are being reborn from the dead, and I can't wait till we get more. I know there's another trailer out. It's called Ill, that was shown to me by K Boss. Thank you. That I gotta react to soon. So y'all will be getting that reaction trailer soon. But regardless of that, guys, I hope you have the most amazing, amazing day ever. I love you all. Thank you for everyone that comes in and support and watches this video. Hopefully it gets to this point. As you guys know, we are here with the red heart, with the pink hearts in the comments. That lets me know that you are here and you're I won't say queer, but because I don't want to offend nobody. But we're here, and we're here to stay. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. And once again, go check out my gameplays on Post Trauma. Let me know what y'all guys feel. Do y'all feel like it deserved a 8? I want to know. Do you feel like it deserved a smaller one? Let me know. But regardless of that, too, guys, too, if you have game suggestions, you know what to do. My email is on my channel, and also too, you can contact me through TikTok. I do have my TikTok, and you also can just put it in the comments if there's games that y'all want to see specifically on my channel. But I want to say thank you so much, guys. I will see you all soon. Bye.